it's me the Planiac, and today I'm gonna teach you guys how to make an aeroplane which I created called Flyta. So it's not that hard, it is easy to make. It has a lock so it does not open up while flying, and it's extremely aerodynamic and goes very far. For this aeroplane you need a piece of paper. Here I'm using 84 GSM A4 size paper, a ruler and a pen. First, you're going to start off by folding the paper in half vertically. Make sure you make it precise. You want both the sides to be similar or symmetrical. I'm going to take my time to actually align both of these sides properly. Once you're done with that, you can open it up. Now you're going to turn the page 90 degrees so it's horizontally placed, and now you're going to take your ruler. We're going to measure 9.9 centimeters from the left. Now if you're using A4 size paper, you're going to do 9.9 centimeters, which is about here. But if you're using US letter size, you have to use 9.3 centimeters. And for any other type of paper, I'm going to add the calculations in the description, how to calculate how much place to keep. So first, let's measure 9.9 centimeters. You got to be extremely sharp with these measurements because you got to keep it precise. Now you're going to take the right edge over here, the top edge, and fold it down till it touches this mark which you just made. It should touch that, and it should align with the center crease. So you're technically folding the paper to create 3 halves. I'm just gonna fold it. Make sure it's aligned perfectly in the center. Yeah. Once you're done with that, we have now divided this is 1/3, this whole front piece is 1/3 of the whole sheet of paper. That's what we want. Now we're gonna flip the paper. Make sure that this fold which we created, the flap, is towards the left side. When you're doing this, make sure it's to the left side. As you can see, it's to the left side. Now you're going to take your ruler again, and for A4 size you got to mark 2.5 centimeters of the left side. So let me just get 2.5 marked out. Yeah, I'll mark it on both sides because it's much easier for me to actually get this thing accurate. For A4 size 2.5, whereas if you're using US letter size paper, it should be 2.3 centimeters. Yeah, 2.3 centimeters. Actually, my scale is exactly 2.5 centimeters apart, so I'm just gonna align this. I prefer folding it using the scale so you know that it is straight, instead of just using trial and error and checking if it's straight or not. Once you're done with that, you can flip and check if it's aligned with the center crease. If you're not able to see it, you should check if it's aligned with the center crease just by folding it or by viewing it. If the center crease is visible, it's good. Once that's done, you can flip it back. Make sure that the fold, once you make the fold, there will be a flap that's pointing away from you. This flap should be pointing away from you, not towards it. And the center crease should be a valley fold, not a mountain fold like this. It's supposed to be a valley fold. Now you can start folding. We are going to take this top edge on the right side and fold it to the center crease. Just like that. Make sure it's always not centered. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Take the top edge and fold it to center crease. And now what you can do is actually align both of the folds so they match. As you can see, this is not exactly matched over here. So I'm gonna align it. Hopefully the front tip should be sharp as well. I'm going to take my own time to complete this because I need it to be precise. As you can see, it's done. Now we're going to take this edge, the edge we just connected to the center crease, this one, and fold it to this edge over here. I'll just do one side so you'll understand it. Just like that. We folded this edge to this edge over here. And once you're done with that, I'm gonna pen out and mark it for it. Now, this pocket which we created by doing the zigzag fold, this pocket which is supposed to face away from you. Now on the other side there's this, what do you call it, another pocket. Technically, what you can do is run your nail down the center crease till it stops and then make a small crease so it's visible. This is the point. This will be 2.5 centimeters because we did a 2.5 centimeter fold. What we have to do is we gotta draw plus this point over here, this exact point. We have to make a crease from this point to the point where this edge and this edge meet, which is over here. I'm going to circle it right there. I'm going to circle it here as well. So we got to make a line, make a crease from here to here, these two creases. So I'll do one. While doing this, your aeroplane might go in a 3D shape, it won't be flat. But it's not much of a problem because once you're done, you just need to make a crease. Pretty much. We have to make sure that both these creases are similar, because if they are different, it will be asymmetric. Now you can close the plane and check it. If you close the plane, these both points should meet. That's what you got to check. They both are meeting. It means you have done a good job at this. Another thing you got to check is flip the plane, fold it and then flip it. You should see that there should not be any excess gap. Sometimes what happens is there's like a hole over here, like a triangular hole at this point, which is not good. You don't want that to happen. So let's get it back to the original form. So once you've done these two folds, what you're going to do is open these folds again. Do not open these folds, only the first fold which we did. And now you're gonna make sure that this is going the other way around. So this is valley folds. They should remain valley folds. And close the paper in half. Okay. So now we've divided two sides, and you can either take this side or this side, whatever you're comfortable with. Now we're gonna start, almost start making the wings. Now what we are gonna do is take this edge over here and fold it to the center crease. Just like that. What you should do is actually get it only till here and then align this properly, because you can align this flap properly and then do the crease, because this part of the paper is slightly thick compared to both the other sides. So I prefer aligning this properly because it might go the other way, it might pop off or it might go 50 degrees the other way. It's better if it's all straight. Now we're going to do the same fold on the other side, so I'll flip the paper and we're going to fold this edge to the center crease. First I'm going to go half, so once the thick part comes. Now when you do the second side, you have to align the second crease with this crease over here, because we want both the wings to have this to be symmetrical. They both should be identical. So I'm going to align this over here. And I'm going to just properly make the spaces. Yes. Now we're going to lock these open open flaps inside. There's this pocket here, as you can see. There's a pocket. So we are going to fold this and insert it in this pocket. So I'll take my scale for help. What you're going to see is, you see this point. I'll mark it with my pen if I can. This point over here, where this flap meets this center crease. From there all the way to the edge over here, we're going to make a fold. First we'll make a valley fold, and then later on we'll change it to a mountain fold so we can insert it. I like using the scale because you get a straight crease. So just a normal crease, not proper folds. As you can see, I did a fold from this point over here to the edge. Now we are gonna reverse fold this, so it's now a mountain fold. As you can see, now there is a mountain fold. Now we can insert this inside this pocket. And now this whole flap is now locked. This side is locked, but the other side, which we have not done it, it is open like this. This helps in the aerodynamics of the plane and lets it go more further. We're going to do the same thing on this side. So I'm going to align it. First make a normal fold. Now I'm going to make this valley fold a mountain fold. Fold it the other way. And once it's a mountain fold, we're going to insert it in this flap over here. Just like that. And then you can just rub your nails along these creases to make them smoother, more flush. Okay. Now it's time to finally fold the wings, and I'm going to put the scale away, it's useless. So now folding the wings is a bit complicated. As you can see, we have that flap over there, this one over here. Now that is going to act as a lock, and that's also going to define the wing angle. Now the main thing which you're going to see is that when you fold, after you fold the wings, this edge over here should touch this corner, okay, or at least should be within 1 centimeter radius of this corner. That is how I calculated the whole measurements of the 9.9 centimeters and 2.5 centimeters and stuff. So we're going to start from the tip of the plane over here, and we're going to work our way slowly. I'll do one wing and then I'll explain why doing it. You see this, when you open it up, this part, this fold over here, this fold, you have to go through that fold. Make sure not to pull too much, it should be exactly touching that fold. It's going to be a bit confusing to understand. I'm not good at explaining, but once you align these two, you can just continue all the way back. As you can see, I did not cross just have to touch this edge over here, this flap edge. The same flap, we just fold it through that. Okay, so once you're done with one wing, flip and you can see that this is touching over here. In A4 size, it touches. I'm not sure how does it work in US letter size area. I don't remember. It's been long. Okay. Now, once you've folded one wing, you have to open it up, because if we start folding the second wing, there will be too much forces on this and it will tear, which we do not want, because that is going to hold the plane in the, so it does not like open up while flying. So the dihedral angle is kept however it is. If you don't understand all of this, it's okay, because it's not being professional. I just like it. So we're going to start folding. You make sure that you can see this crease, which we already did from the previous wing, first wing. You have to fold the same crease, because we already know that this side and this side is exactly similar. Now we got to make the wings exactly similar, so just follow the same crease. Nothing different. As you can see, it's not even checking if it's touching it, because we already formed the first wing perfectly. Yeah. So now once you've done the second wing, you can open it up. Now what I like to do is open both the wings slightly, keep them down like this. Have a 90 degrees here. Just run your fingers through this thing to make it like just smoothen the folds and stuff. Make the creases sharper. This will even help us know if both the wings are similar. One more thing I like to do is take my nails and sharpen this crease here. Center crease. It's just once you're done with that, that's your plane done. This is completed now. Now what does this thing, this flap over here does? It does not like, if you pull it, it's gonna tear. So be careful. This does not let the wings open up or spread like usual planes, usually other planes. While flying, the wings just spread like this. It's not happening. This, and when because of the lock, it does not spread. So like we can keep a certain dihedral angle, which is positive dihedral angle, to have the flight. Now because of the lock, it does not change while flying. That's the reason most planes which do not have locks, they keep a greater dihedral angle. So when it opens up, it gets 155 degrees or something. I forgot the number. Okay. Now I have used 84 GSM paper, just not that thick. It is almost like copy paper, but copy paper is lighter. It is 70 GSM, and if you're using a thicker paper, it'll be different in flying. So now example, when you throw it just like this, your aeroplane is going down. It's going down. You gotta give slight up elevators. Now what happens usually is if your like plane is extremely light and you give up elevators, it just starts flying up and hits the roof of your house. That is not good. That's the reason sometimes you gotta even adjust the nose. Now what I like to do is if your plane is diving down, you push the nose up, like just push it up like this. Due to which you get a slightly different curve over here, which helps in straightening the flight. And if it's flying up, like going and hitting the roof, you have to push it down like this. Now one more thing you have to do is when you push it down, you even got to push the wings forward. It's slightly, you got to be careful to not tear this part. Now that is what you should do when it's going up. So now it's gonna go straight again and give slight idea. It's just trial and error. You got to throw it, check how it is going, give a bit more angle and all the other stuff. If your plane is not flying well, if it's flying perfectly like this, then that's good. So I hope you like this. I hope you try out this plane. Hope you like it. Thanks for watching and happy flight.